Wait, was I meant to record? I should be recording now. Okay, hello, welcome back to DoraKone. Hopefully you are all doing okay today and staying safe, my sweet summer adventure. So, this is part 4 of the last few episodes. You know, I did not know where I was going with that bit there. But this is just part 4. So, if you have not seen the rest, you can go check it out in the playlist. And if you have, well, come on in and enjoy the adventure. Well, load right back up where we last were. That was yesterday. Yay! A tournament. I can't wait. Ah yes, a tournament. That's what was happening. The sign-ups for that, I tell you. Alright. So, let us continue. Brin leaps out of her chair, flexing her bicep like a fighter. Honoree rolls her eyes, while Rayen shrinks down into her seat, reading over the rules and guidelines on her phone. This is so cool. Why did they wait 10 days before the tournament to open applications? To keep the window short, it is the game's first round of tournaments, so they probably want to keep it manageable. There's a limited number of slots for participation, so if you're thinking of applying, you better be fast. That makes sense. Or maybe it's just poor planning. Well, the first place prize for both singles and double combat is 1 million pesos. 1 million pesos? I could buy 7 professional field hockey sticks with that. That's all. Doesn't seem worth it. I'm so pumped up. Let me fix my posture there. And, oh my god, the prize. Ah, okay. So, you know, we're talking about something called Omega. The prize also includes a full set of exclusive dragon figurines you can't buy anywhere else. You know, they've got to separate that up, you know, everyone's got to try and make the set and all that. Oh, that'd be difficult. What? Gimme. Is there a picture of them? Look, look. Honoree and I practically sandwich Rayen as we try to view her tiny phone screen. They're adorable. Those sculptures are such good quality. This set is based on the Elemental Saga series. I loved it because it took a darker direction from previous installments. I must have this set. No, I will claim this set. It will be mine. I will finally be the best. Stop shouting. You're scaring off more customers than I do. The gameplay was vastly improved when it added the ability to craft items and romance your party members. These will be perfect in my figurine room. I must order another shelf. Everyone's so excited, I don't even know who to follow. After several laps around the room, Brin finally rejoins us at the table. Breathless from the excitement, she slaps a hand down, drawing our attention. I'll be joining singles. Doubles will just slow me down. Singles won't even be a challenge for me. I'll win for sure. I'd love to have that set, but I don't know if I could handle a tournament. I'd never been in one before. Me neither. Same. I've been in a bunch of football championships, but nothing like this. Dulce, will you be participating? I wonder. I look at my low-level profile and still meager dragon collection. Could I be ready in time? Well, I have 10 days to prepare, so... Besides, the worst that can happen is that I lose. Even so, I'd be surrounded by friends and tons of Draco fans, which would be a great experience on its own. I'll definitely be joining. Now, will we join double combat or single combat? You know, single combat, you know, would be nice, but then, you know, we already got 2 people in single combat, so double combat? I guess we'll just go with that. I want to join double combat. Really? Do you have a partner in mind? Oh, poop! Poop! Well, we could have Brin, but then Brin, you know, they're going into singles, right? Rayen's, you know, good. Honoree's, you know, good. Okay, wait 1 second. Let me try and think. Hmm. Rayen would need a, you know, double. But then I feel like, you know, we're just holding our hand from actually growing. We have 2 people that are quite strong. We have to decide between Honoree and Brin. This is a hard choice, I tell you. It's a hard choice. We can either pick Brin or Honoree. Well, I feel like Brin wants to, you know, do the singles, so not sure if Honoree wants to. I guess they do want to do the singles. You know what? We'll make a save just in case, you know, we want to backtrack at one point. You know, we don't like, you know, the decision outcome. Alright, we'll just go with Honoree. I look at her and give her my best winning smile. Honoree, I'd be honored if we could team up. My, have you? She frowns, holding her cheeks as she scrutinizes me intently. But you're so weak. It'd be honestly be easy for me to take down everyone with one fell swoop in the single tournament. True. But would it double your chances anyway? You do have a good point. This just makes me chuckle. I really want to get my hands on those exclusive figurines. And I don't know any other strong players. Strong amicable player. I guess a weak amicable player will do. You're in Dulce. Yay, I'll do my best. Don't get me wrong, I'm agreeing only because it'll fulfill the double combat requirements. I can handle everything myself. I guess Brin and Singy have to do the double combat together. Yay! So much for teamwork. Well, now that's it settled. I'm off to train for the tournament. I'll see you there. I should be going as well. Good luck to you too. Once the other 2 leave, I sit down with my new partner, eager to discuss strategies and all that fun stuff teams do. I'm so happy I get to participate with you. It's going to be great. Yes, thank you for doubling my chances of victory. Oh, oh, that face. Those figurines are as good as mine. Did you want to discuss strategy or something? Anything? There's no strategy besides me winning. True, your dragons are pretty strong. She pulls out her phone and swipes to unlock it. She hits her Draco shortcut, smiling proudly. Exactly, I have the best dragons around, there's no way we can... She pauses and taps her phone again. Her eyebrows furrow, and she turns to me, looking puzzled. The servers aren't down or anything, are they? Pull out my phone and log in easily. She's been banned. No, it's fine on my end. She taps a few more times. Her eyes growing wider and wider each time. She suddenly shoots up, looked panic. I got emergency text, I have to go. Oh, guess can't be helped. We can get together another time. She's been banned. Says South, you know, well, it's actually African dragon. I was going to say South African. When it's, you know, my brain can't even work now. I was going to say South America, you know, dragon, but then we are in South America. She already at the door, distracted, and only pauses briefly to respond. Yes, yes, of course, bye. The door chimes as it shuts behind her. What was all that about? Once I get home, I submit my double combat application. I also send a quick text to my partner to coordinate possible plans. By the way, I'm leaving for Canada tomorrow. I'll be back in 5 days. Great. When you get back, we can strategize, partner. The message is marked as read, but there's no response. I stare at the phone for a few moments. Maybe she suddenly got busy. Then I see her type in a response. There's a pause, followed by a simple sure. Huh? So she'd be more into this. I clench my phone, determined. Let's do this. Here's your rhubarb and rose sorbet. Thank you kindly. Oh yeah. Honoree goes rigid, almost dropping her dessert slowly, like a stuttered water sprinkler. She turns around and forces her face into a awkward smile. Oh, greetings, fancy seeing you here. Not so unusual, I'm here often. Too often. I ignore Glenn's commentary. Not... okay. Okay. Hopefully I can read properly at commentary and focus on Honoree. She's peering at the door as if plotting an escape. Anyway, we should use this opportunity to talk about the Draco tournament. Must be. It's such a silly contest, and someone is bound to put the figurines up for auction anyway. I don't see the need to exert myself. I'm withdrawn. Is everything okay? You were so fired up before. I'm your partner. At least tell me why you're dropping out. She closes her eyes and takes a deep breath before reopening them. Alright, you deserve to know that much. We take a seat at the table, giving her time to collect herself. When she's ready, she looks up. My account was banned. What? Did they mistake all your travelling for cheating? It was no mistake. I cheated. Remember when Rayen mentioned methods to trick your GPS to collect dragons? Visit territories from any location? I've been doing that shortly after release, in fact. That's how I found so many strong and rare dragons, gained XP quickly, and regained supreme over territories around here. Doesn't it risk bricking your phone, though? Oh yes, whenever it did, though, all I had to do was say that I dropped my phone, and Dad would get me a new one. I'd even got a new phone recently after the ban, so I could create a new account discreetly. Even if my first one was terminated, I figured I could still catch up by spoofing again and buying tons of nets and bait. However, once Dad looked at his bills, saw how much I spent on mobile games recently, I was banned from his credit card too. I'm powerless. I have no account. I have no money. I understand if you're disappointed. One of the top players using illegal means. Why would you go such lengths in the first place? Well, it's just a silly game. It doesn't matter how you play. Her defense crumbles. Her sorbet is now a melty mess, but she takes a few bites to comfort herself. I like being the best and admired for it, whether on MMOs or other games. At first I played these games normally, but that took too long. I wanted gratification now. I realized it was easier and faster if I bought the best equipment and items or played gacha until I got all the rarest cards in the idle games. It was great. I'd see my name in all the rankings and was well known in gaming communities. I was envied and admired by other players alike. But on the other hand, others would also keep their distance from me. as if I was too good for them, even in Draco. Is it because I'm too cute? No, I don't think that's the case. Much. I think it's more that most players can't relate to you. What do you mean? Gamers bond when we go through similar experience, especially the pains and gains of playing. Like spending days saving up gems for that one lucky roll in the gacha. Or with Draco, getting to explore and walk around the city, meeting fellow trainers. We celebrate whenever we finally catch a rare dragon, or agonize when one gets away. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna take a drink of water. There we go. The socialising plays a huge part. Brin and Rayen both helped me out when I was new to the game. Knowing you got to your dragon effortlessly, it dampens the fun a bit, especially since I had to work hard to get where I am. I say the same thing about, in Minecraft, when people build iron farms. It just kinda just, the iron on the ground just doesn't matter no more. But then I have like stacks of, iron blocks now just from mining. And that's like the difference, basically what they're saying, but a different way of saying it. It just takes the fun out of, collecting that one piece that, will make it, a full block. And if you don't play Minecraft, then we'll just go with the gachas again, collecting up the gems, get that one, roll. Remember that when I played Genshin. But then, Genshin kind of just got a bit laggy and a bit repetitive, but I see it's true. Draco's added physical element made it much harder to stay on top, even with my spending habits, so I resorted to cheating. Never cheated before, but I couldn't stand knowing that there were better dragons spawning in locations I had no access to. I was so focused on being the best that I didn't see what the game could truly offer, and I made it harder on the people who were playing fairly, like Brin. I mean, it was rather satisfying claiming her territories from the comfort of my home, but it was wrong of me. And now I've been punished. I apologise to Dulce about my dragons. It's for the best that we don't bother with the tournament. She pushes away her neglected sorbet. Sorry, I was trying to figure out, I wonder if they did the art behind... Yeah, they did. Okay. I was trying to figure out if they did the art behind that dragon over there. That's behind, Okita now, but, they do. Okay, I was just wondering that, it just popped into my head, like I looked to the left, like, does that thing go all the way to the ground? She pushes her neglected sorbet, not in the mood to eat anymore. I don't care about that. Everyone cheats once in a while, I tell you. You can't really hold it against them, for it, like fully, forever. But it's from learning from those actions that, make it better. If they learn from cheating and become a better person, then that's much better. And then, repeatedly cheating for, years on end. Sorry, I was just reorganising my Kirby figures. I have them on the left side of my desk next to my PC, but every time that I do like wires or I was shifting around, I was sorting my bag of old books. Now these books go back to when I wanted to be a game developer. So I can't find my red book. I'll have to try and find it. If you don't know what my red book is, you know, it's from a long time ago. And it has some of my good ideas in it. I love that red book. Like some of them need some reworking, but you know, I could easily do that. Though, it won't be for a long time before I make those into, you know, reality games. Because they take that much work. I don't care about any of that. Pardon? I stand up and place my hands on the table, staring at her with resolve. I wanted to compete in a tournament with you, Honoree. Not because of your stats or dragons or whatever. I thought it'd be fun. If we were a team together. Dulce. She blinks and her eyes become glassy. You're too sweet. She wipes her eyes and looks away. Are you okay? I have a little brain freeze right now. It's very painful. But you barely touched. I trail off when I see her glaring at me with a dignified sniff. She damps her face with a napkin. Let's prepare for the tournament anyway. What, are you sure? Got Dad's credit card, I can't catch up. And I'll even be weaker than you. Not only that, I haven't really bothered to learn about the game since I just spanned and spoofed to get everything I wanted. Well, we'll be back at square one. I know, but we can still do this. Let's see this through. Even if we lose, we will still have a blast together, I promise. I grin and Honoree smiles back, reluctantly, before giving a tiny nod. Oh, alright, only because I did accept your proposal, and it'd be discourteous, you know, I can never say that word. You ever struggle with words, I tell you, and then, you know, you can say it out loud properly, but when you read it, you know, you can never say the word properly. Discourteous. I think that's how you say it. Discourteous of me to back out now. Even if the chance is non-existent, I still want those figurines. And I definitely won't survive singles. Who knows how long it'll be before someone puts them up for auction anyway. Yeah, it could be years. That's a spirit. But let's make you a new account. Alright. She opens up the app, and takes her to sign in the menu. I circle the table and join beside her, eager to see her playing again. After some thought, she types in a new username. I lean over her shoulder, smirking. Redeemed ginger angel. Subtle. Redeemed ginger angel. Subtle. Shush. It's still better than yours. Besides, I have learned my lesson. Great. Let's do our best to win this tournament fair and square. Yes. I guess I'll have to start by collecting nets, the free-to-play way. She taps the local nest and spies a bunch of eggs and nets. She touches them, but nothing happens. She turns to me pleadingly. Dulce, how do you grab items in this game? We really are starting from square one. The fair way is hard. She pitches forward and holds her knees, panting heavily. Okay, I did read that properly. I slow down as I turn around, but continue to walk backwards. My arms crossed behind me. Really? There's so much walking. I'm finding items. You don't even get the good stuff here. I barely have any nets or bait or dragons. And because I'm so weak, I've lost all of my territories so I don't even get any bonuses. How do people even enjoy the game? I stop walking, but offer her an encouraging look. Hang in there. Our local social media group mentioned there were rare dragons spotted around this area. It's just at the top of this hill. I point upwards, and Honoree shoots me a exacerbated glare. I can never say that word properly. The setting sun makes her look even more haggard. Light reflects off her face, and her skin glistens with sweat, which has plastered her bangs to her forehead. Not more nature. Let's give it a shot. We both need stronger dragons, if we're going to have any hopes of winning. No. She straightens her posture, pursuing her lips, as she clenches a dainty fist at her side. I'm done. I'm exhausted. There's a rock in my shoe, and I've seen enough bugs to last me a lifetime. I need a rest. Oh, sorry about that. I burped. They were surprised I burped. Oh gosh. Is that a man-made object? She cups her hands to her mouth. On the verge of tears, she eyes the beach like the starving survivor of a shipwreck who just discovered coconuts on their desert isle. But please, I'd like to sit down for a moment. I turn toward the sun, which is already sinking behind the hills. If we don't press on now, it'd be too dark and dangerous to keep going, and we'll miss our chance of getting better dragons. However, Honoree looks exhausted and very, very unhappy. Let's rest, Nan. Alright, we'll take a short break. Thank you. Thank the gacha gods. She hobbles over to the bench and slops down while I stand around kicking at pebbles. We've only been walking for a few kilometers, and I'm still full of energy and eager to get to the top of the hill. Honoree pats the spot next to her. You must be exhausted as well. No need to force a strong front, but I'm fine. Still, maybe it wouldn't hurt. I take a seat next to her, while Honoree leans back against the bench, closing her eyes. Just need a breather. Her breathing steadies. I decide to use this time to check my phone. I scan our Draco surroundings, but nothing of promise pops up. Sipping my water bottle, I check and sort through all my dragons. I have to consider their stats and how my chosen element will come into play. After releasing a few unneeded dragons, I let out a sigh. I'm already feeling restless. I attach the water to my belt again. Are you ready to go, Honoree? She fell asleep. No way, are you sleeping sitting up? You must be exhausted. I'll admit, I've been pushing you pretty hard to make up for the cheating, but I guess it was too much. I'm sorry. As if in response, Honoree leans against me, her head resting on my shoulder. Her hair tickles my face, and I smile, gazing down at her fondly. Even if we didn't make it up the hill, I'm proud of you. I watched the sun sink behind the horizon, extending the last of its amber rays towards the darkening blue sky. It's still beautiful and relaxing to watch, even from below the summit, and before I know it, I'm leaning against Honoree too. It's so pretty. Wish you were awake to see this, but I guess you need to sleep more. I smile to myself, but then I feel something hit my vest. Curious, I glance down and groan. There's drool dripping from the corner of her mouth. Yeah, I do that sometimes. Terrible stuff at there. Like I used to never drool until I had a surgery under my neck bit with my chin. And then I started drooling from one side, constantly from, ages, and then it stopped, and then, just starts and stops, every once in a while. There's drooling dripping from the corner of her mouth onto my shirt. Cute. Despite everything else, I get to see this side of Honoree. This'll be my little secret. The phone vibrates in my lax hand. I quickly bring it up to my face. A rare dragon. I manage to swipe with minimal movements until I catch it, carefully, not to disturb Honoree. Despite my best efforts, my shoulder jostles against her, and she moans, stern in her sleep. With a deep inhale, she sits up and rubs her eyes, wiping her mouth adamantly. I'll say that because I don't know the word properly said. I think it's adamantly. Her eyes widen when she sees the last rays of the sun. How long was I out? I don't know, 40 minutes. A sincerest apology. Shall we keep going? We stand up and I stretch out my cramped limbs. I'd never admit it, but Honoree's weight made my left arm go numb. No, it'd be too dangerous. And I don't think my phone's battery can handle both the flashlight app and Draco. Let's head back. The tournament is the day after tomorrow after all. It's really been like 8 days already. I agree. We should rest up in preparation of the big day. Thank you for letting me doze off. I feel much better now. Oh, did you spill water on yourself? Your vest looks damp. Oh, something like that. I was trying to take a zip and miss my mouth. Can you believe it? Dulce. Sometimes your excitement gets the best of you. Right. Let's head back now. Although the walk turned out to be fruitless for Honoree, at least I got a rare dragon. A shame it wasn't very strong. But it's the memory that counts. Wow. I can't believe it. I'm competing in a real gaming tournament. Alright, so, actually, it's pretty small with a simple platform and sheet set in front of the fountain with a giant projector hanging from a frame overhead. There's a table next to it full of laptops and packages where I assume the prizes are stored. There are tents lined up in neat rows similar to a food market. Instead of local produce, they're full of tables for players and spectators, along with some refreshments. Still watching the event, hosts running around in authentic Draco t-shirts, directing participants into lines. It's so cool. I'm lucky enough that there's a tournament being held in our humble city at all. I turn eagerly to my partner. It's rather small, and it's so outside. I'm used to tournaments being held indoors, with air conditioning. It fits with the whole Draco theme, a mobile game about being outside. She lets out a sigh and twirls her hair around her finger before giving it a tug. Nervous? I bet. I've never been at such a disadvantage before. It's weird not having the confidence of a total victory behind me. But I'm determined to do my best. I want those figurines. Participants for the double combat tournament, this way please. Confirm your team registrations here. Alright, we should do that. We line up thankfully. The queue moves quickly. Once we reach the table, we display our phone with our Draco profile shown along with our ID cards. The volunteer nods and marks us as present, then hands us a pair of simple cards with a 17 jotted under the label Double Combat Participant. With an S on the end of that, not just one participant. Alright, all done. Your phone is your real ID, but this might come in handy. A handwritten card, really? Not even a badge with a lanyard? It's a small tournament. We turn to leave, but I hear the volunteer frantically call for me. Daryl, sorry, I missed one field. What's your team name? I look for Honoree, but she's already left the line. Mind blank, I utter first word that pops into my head. The volunteer pauses, then shrugs before typing it into the laptop. Okay, now you're all done, thank you. I hastily rejoin Honoree. The plaza is crowded, but not chaotically so. We weave our way to the front, where the host is currently doing a last-minute check of the mic set system. There they are. We turn to see Rayen approaching us, frazzled and panting. As she catches her breath, Brin quickly joins her, greeting us with a cheerful salute. Yo, wanted to show you our support. Oh, thank you. Although it's not like you need it when you've got Honoree's powerhouse on your side. This victory is going to be a cinch. Haha, yeah. You're participating in singles, right? Yes. Brin cheerfully slashes her participation card. You know what? Make sure you watch me win. You know what? Brin's definitely got to win. They have the strongest, team probably. That's only possible because I'm not competing in that one. No? You won't be in both? I thought it to be too much for me. One tournament is enough. Yeah. She's not good with the outdoors. So she'd rather not be here for longer than necessary. Dulce. What? Honoree looks miffed. But the explanation seems to satisfy Brin. Makes sense. Good luck out there. Best of luck, Dulce, Honoree. I'll be cheering you on from over here. Way over here. The high-pitched sound of feedback screeches from the speakers, and we turn our attention to the front. Honoree and I weave a little closer to listen in, separating from the others. Trainers, welcome to the first local Dragon Connection tournament. The crowd roars as soon as everyone is quiet. The host goes over the rules and instructions. When the announcement is over, another host jumps on to the platform and a giant double-sided bracket appears on the projected screen behind him. All in all, there are 24 participating teams 24 teams participating in the doubles tournament. Sorry, struggling there. That means we have to win 4 times. 4 battles? This is certainly one of the shorter tournaments I've been to. The announcer lists numbers and team names, directing them to different tables. I eagerly wait for our number to be called. Number 17, Team DoraKone. I hear a few snickers. Wow, how original. Wait, did we ever agree on a team name? That is our team name. I'm banning you from picking names ever again. Okay. I pick good names. The two of us head to our designated table and wait for our opposing team. On the table there are emergency battery packs and cables for the more forgetful trainers or those with poor battery life. We sit and listen to the instructions. Once everyone is present and ready, we'll begin. We wait quietly, checking our dragons on our phones, half listening to the announcements going on in the background. Nervous? Well, I've never been in a situation where I felt I couldn't win before. She places a hand on her chest. It's unsettling, but also rather thrilling. She clenches a fist and looks at me with resolve. Let's see what I can achieve with my own strengths, shall we? The opposing team approaches and joins us at the table. Once we're settled, the volunteer guides us through the custom menu options for the tournament. Also, I do want to say something. If we played single, would we be going up against, Rayen and Brin and all that to see who, the best one? We'd probably get, annihilated by Brin if that was the case. It's similar to challenging a territory, but with twice the dragons and an extra swipe to alternate between targets. We get to try a few mock battles with dummy dragons first to get used to the additional features. Once the tutorial is over, the volunteer asks us to select double combat mode and wait for the announcement. Is everyone ready? Start! And the tournament officially begins! Only for us to be wiped out in one swift attack. I stare at my screen in disbelief as the words "you lose" appear in red over a faded arena background. I wince and exchange a wry smile with Honoree while the opposing team cheers. That was quick. Embarrassingly so. Still, she stands up graciously, congratulates the winners. After I do the same, we join the crowd. Although I try to be happy that we at least gave it our best, I still sigh. Honoree wrinkles her nose as she surveys the remaining contestants. Ah, if I only had my old account, we would have creamed everyone easily, and those figurines would have been mine. But then you would have won because you cheated. Would that still count as a victory for you? Of course it would. A victory is a victory. And I still paid a lot of Dad's money to cover all the phones I bricked up. Oh. However, I somehow feel more determined, like a fire was kindled inside me. Honestly, the game was becoming too easy, and no one could beat me. It was almost boring. This time, though, I actually tried with my own skills and wits, and I lost, but clenching her hands, she turns to me, her face serious. Dulce, I want to get better, the honest way. So I demand that you continue to help me. Sure. You can count on me. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Perfect. Yes. And then once I'm back in top form, I will return and crush everyone under my foot, even those who cheated. If I can't cheat, I'll make sure no one else does either. Oh, ho, ho, ho. I try, but I'm unable to hold back a giggle. Honoree notices and blushes, not amused by my reaction. Of course, I can't do that without you by my side. Well, I promise I stick with you as a partner and friend. Friend? She smiles warmly, touched by the word. Yes, it's nice to have a real friend. She sighs and half-heartedly watches the battle before us as the crowd goes wild over a impressive attack. This tournament was a good thing for me. We may have lost, but I feel it to be a launchpad to better myself. She turns to me shyly, pressing her fingertips together. Have you ever travelled before? I was thinking it'd be less lonely if I was accompanied by someone during my dad's business trips. That's how my sweet summer adventure came to an end. The end. Lost the tournament. Well, you know what? That was a pretty good ending, I tell you. That was a pretty good ending. Now, there's more endings out there. There's like a ton of endings for this, I tell you. There's like, a ton of endings. You can end up with Honoree, you can end up with Brin. something with Rayen, bunch of different stuff, I tell you. Just, a whole lot, I tell you. It's quite a fun game, I tell you, if you're interested in finding some of those endings. Alright, well, that brings this, short series to an end, sadly. I quite enjoyed this series. So, sorry, I need to take a deep breath there. Hopefully you enjoy this, I tell you. I do kind of find it sad that it's the end, I tell you. I was quite enjoying this. But, as that's the end, we shall end too. So, have a nice day, safe, but subtle, maybe some wishes, any consideration, very important, and bye bye, see you soon, some lovely CCs, bye bye!